Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I need you guys to continue to pray really hard for me. I need a couple of miracles now. Number one, I was using a Bumble here in Taipei, and I got a girl to add me to Instagram after that. And I need you to continue to pray hard. I only got 2 more days here in Taiwan, and I really want to make a big impression. Number two, when I get home, there's a misconnection that I hope to find. And it looks like the people that I've been asking have been very helpful in that, and they've been hearing me out. So I'm very pleased about that. I'm tempted to pick up the phone and call them because I want to give a personal touch to the story. I think that kind of is lacking in an email. I've been hesitating on it though. I'm not very good at live conversations, even a phone call. I tend not to do very well. And the reason for that is that I can think about what I want to say, rehearse it a couple of times, but the phone call never goes in a straight line like that, right? People tend to interrupt. The emotions that you didn't think of come up when you say it out loud, right? Even though you might rehearse it, the same emotions are not there when you're rehearsing it to yourself versus when you actually pick up the phone, right? So I want you to pray that it comes out right. I only get one shot at this. If I mess up and these people shut down from it, that's it, right? And so I want you to pray for that. Eventually, assuming that I continue to get support from these people, I hope to contact Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. They sometimes do segments like people who are looking for misconnections. I used to be a big fan of that show back when Robert Stack was hosting it. Number three, when I go home, I need to make amends with one of my colleagues. We had gotten into a serious disagreement. I wouldn't say it was toxicity. Last semester, I teach at a community college. Last semester, I had asked a number of friends to help me set up a blind date, and it would have been fine if she were completely closed off to the idea. I had plenty of other colleagues who were closed off to the idea, but she kept leading me down false hope, and eventually I kind of lost my patience with her. I became very persistent, pestering her, and I just got my hopes. She basically put me on a roller coaster ride that last couple of months of last semester, up and down, up and down. We had stuff set up, and then it didn't work. The timing didn't work. She was sick. Whatever the situation is, I don't even care to find out the situation. I'm gonna try to tell her that, hey, thank you for giving it your best. Let's pretend this never happened because we got work to do. Thank you for giving it your best. That's how I hope it will come out. Again, it's very easy for me to sit in front of at home thinking about this, but when the time comes to actually say it, conversations very seldom move in a straight line like that. Emotions that you didn't, or maybe it's not even between me and her, right? Maybe as I'm saying this, other stuff comes up, right? A student comes, right? We share an adjunct office. Student comes and interrupts the conversation, and conversations like this don't break very easily. You only get one shot at it. If it gets interrupted, thank you so much. Oh, the student, hey, I need help on question 5. See, conversations like this don't lend very well to that. So maybe I'm thinking, I thought about this. Maybe when I return to work, the first couple of days, we'll just go our own ways, and if we don't speak to each other, that's fine. And maybe after a week of seeing each other and not having disagreement, right, just minding our own business, maybe I'll send her an email. Because this is too sensitive a conversation to try to hold at the adjunct office. It really is. Maybe I'll send her an email. Hey, I'd like to thank you for all you did last semester. Do you have a moment to meet somewhere better than the adjunct office, right? Maybe we'll meet for lunch or something like that. This is just too sensitive a topic to try to do it in the adjunct office where there's a risk of somebody interrupting, right? After all, students come there all the time for various things, right? And we really shouldn't bother them for that. That's what I'm thinking of. Pray for that as well. My art projects. Oh, pray for a safe flight home. I tend to get into situations where fortunately, I didn't run into this. I have food allergies. I got to tell the people sitting next to me to be mindful if they're going to be eating. And 99% of the time, it turns out well. Every once in a while, you get somebody who thinks it's their constitutional right to spread their food all over the place and even maybe force it down your throat, right? And I really can't risk having that happen because I have anxiety as it is, right? I talked to on my way here, I talked to the boarding people, and they told me to just pre-board. They because they have people who have disabilities come up first, and then I talked to the flight attendant, and so by the time the people who were boarding got on, me and the flight attendant were both talking, so that turned out okay. But I've had times where it didn't turn. I usually try to bring this up as I'm boarding, because if it really becomes a serious problem, I can get off the plane and maybe rebook, right? It leaves that option open. If I wait till we get to cruising altitude and there's a huge problem, there's no backup plan, right? All right. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.